What's this?
Hey.
What would you do if you met some Martians that wanted to kidnap you?
What would I do?
Yeah.
You are now listening to the Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast.
I don't know, but welcome back to Backseat Critics.
You gotta stop taking that from me. That's the third time in a row.
Yeah, well, if you want it, you gotta take it back.
I want to take it back, but you keep on taking it from me.
You gotta take it back. Step up.
You know, I'm just trying to start a little conversation that you like to record before the episode, but that's okay.
Okay, well. Do you have something you want to say?
Yeah, stop taking that from me. It's the only thing.
This is a podcast where we review movies that you should steer clear of. Something that you could be taking from me, but you don't.
Steering clear of?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You could take that line from me. You never do.
Yeah, I just don't deliver that one as well as you.
No. I practice it every morning.
I feel like I do it the welcome back, but you just take that from me today. Or 3 episodes now.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll continue though.
Yeah, I feel like my welcome back's a little bit better.
Sure.
We'll put that up to the audience.
Sure.
Wonder which way that's going to go.
Sure. Mr. I have 3 votes on it. 4 votes technically.
This week we're reviewing 1964's Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Yeah, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. 1964. Starring, I have no idea. I have no idea who any of these actors are.
Not a clue.
None.
Who knows? Maybe Rob Schneider?
Possibly.
Not a clue who anyone else is.
You know, like green spotty paint. It's really hard to tell who's who in this movie.
Really covers up their distinguishing features like mustaches and stuff.
The lollipop spaceships and the toilet paper.
I don't know what you're talking about. The lollipop spaceship.
The toilet paper tubed antennas. And
I love
the
that
TV.
they start off this movie and it's like starts out with like it's a kind of kids movie and then they go right into like we're gonna launch nuclear weapons.
It's still kind of a kids movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a whole catchy theme song.
do adult movies not have that?
No.
Mm.
Not like
so
that.
This is a movie where there's a society of Martians on Mars.
Yes.
And they put these helmets on their kids which
as soon as they're born,
soon as they're born, and it teaches the kids everything that they need to know about life. And by the time they can walk, they're full grown adults mentally.
Now let's talk about this bed real quick. They have these beds that shoot things that make them sleep.
Which sounds wonderful.
I know. Why don't we have that? Besides, the beds look terrible. They do not look comfortable at all.
It's basically like a coffee table.
Yeah, but
it's like a floating coffee table.
I want that gun that shoots down on them and makes them go to sleep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Or that wand.
The tickle wand?
The tickle wand?
Nope. We don't need no tickle wand.
I definitely want a tickle wand.
This society has slaves, by the way. So let's not beat around the bush, by the way. This Martian society has slaves where they have a wand that they use to tickle people if they're acting out.
And their form of weapon is a gun that freezes you for a little bit.
For some time.
For a little bit.
Yes. And it makes a popping sound.
It's like...
Yep. That's the sound. Just one.
The big machine guns that they carry around, the little pistols that they carry around, everything. It's just... You're frozen for a little bit.
Yeah, you think the big gun's going to do some more damage? Nope. I watched Men in Black, the pickle or whatever.
The little cricket?
Yep, cricket. Nope, not the same here. It's just a funnel and it makes a little pop sound out of it.
Yep. You're in the little machine guns. Little tiny pop sound.
That's it.
Anyways, the Martians are like, hey, our kids seem so sad and so bored. I wonder why.
The big Martian wizard, 800 centuries year old or something like that.
Yeah. This old guy who like puffs up out of...
I don't think he didn't have a helmet on either.
No
helmet.
He's
living wild and free in the Martian world.
Yeah, he just comes out of a swamp every once in a while.
He reminds me of yogurt from Spaceballs.
Yeah. He just looked incredibly inconvenienced by being asked and then looked like he was about to drop one when he left.
When he poofed.
Yeah.
The beard was impressive.
Beard is long. Do you think that was real?
No. Nope. Not at all. Not even close.
What?
Not close.
That could have been Moondog.
No. What he dropped after he disappeared was real. The rest is not real.
Yeah. So they asked this guy, and he's like, "Why don't you go get Santa Claus and see what they do on Mars, where their kids are happy, because their kids are kids."
Yeah,
and that's why you go to
Applebee's
Applebee's, because that's where your kids can be a kid.
Applebee's?
Is that Arby's? Is that the slogan? Come to Arby's.
Arby's is where's the beef? Or we have the meats.
No, that's my catchphrase.
That's Arby's. We have the meats.
What is
where a kid can be a kid? Definitely not Applebee's. Applebee's is eating good in the hood, in the neighborhood.
It's not Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid, is it?
Maybe.
Bringing it right on back.
Bring it right on back. Come back train.
Dude, you want to know our review of movies on the Backseat Critics? The review is this movie.
Well, you have stopped at this point about these kids and the sleep machines and the magical wizard. We stopped there.
So the Martians take this as like, hey, we need to go into the future and kidnap. Not the future. We need to go to Earth and
you can go in the future and kidnap Santa Claus.
We need to go to Mars and kidnap Santa Claus. And so they go to Mars.
And Santa Claus is smoking a pipe constantly while he's on Earth.
He is huffing and puffing that thing.
That'd be funny if he was doing it throughout the whole movie.
It kind of would.
That'd be fantastic.
I love that he even got his pipe back on Mars.
Yeah. They saw him.
So they kidnap
two kids
on the way to find Santa, because their thing was, there are too many Santas. We're going to go to these two kids in the middle of nowhere and ask them.
Yeah.
And the kids are like, hey, all the Santas that you see are his helpers. Santa lives at the North Pole. And the Martians are like, cool, you're kidnapped. And now you're going to come with us to come kidnap Santa. And they go up, they kidnap Santa in a place that does not look like the North Pole.
Not at all. It looks like
a set of Star Trek covered in asbestos.
With Adidas in the background.
Yeah. And you want to talk about that polar bear for a minute?
The one with the creepy eyeliner that looks like he was missing his Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted his Coca-Cola.
That was like an Alice Cooper like polar bear. Like somebody should check on that guy and see if he's okay.
Cocaine Bear's brother, Coca-Cola Bear.
Like, it's oddly scarier than actual polar bear, because it was just a dude in a costume that looks scary.
Yep. The Coca-Cola Bear.
Coca-Cola Bear.
Yeah, that is Cocaine Bear's nephew, distant cousin, Coca-Cola Bear.
I love how like the guy runs away when he sees the bear, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm not touching that." And the kids come out and they're like, "I wonder why you ran away." And they look all over and they're like, "I don't know why. Oh no, look, a polar bear's right here.
It's
2 feet away.
Bear. He wants a Coca-Cola." And he's like, "Give me my Coca-Cola.
Give me my Coca-Cola.
Or I'm gonna eat you because I want Coca-Cola.
I've got a bunch of kids. Wendango kids."
Oh no, they're Mardango.
Mardango?
Martians. We're in North Pole. Never mind.
Also, we talked about it. The Grinch might be from Mars.
Totally. 100%.
100%.
Based off the old man. Anyways.
Yeah.
So Coca-Cola Bear comes though.
Scares away a Martian. Scares away the kids. Kids get captured by a incredibly frightening robot.
That turns into that Santa loves on and turns him into a toy.
Yeah.
In a few scenes later.
Which sounds cooler than it actually was. Because you'd figure like, oh, turns him into a toy, and B turns him into a little 2-foot figurine. But no, he just
what? 7 feet?
Yeah.
7 feet tall robot, turns him into a toy. Just loves on him enough to turn him into a toy.
Yeah.
Robots have hearts out there, I guess. Watch out, AI.
And as I was telling you, this robot was the actual inspiration for Transformers. It was no. So this was like the staple robot design for 30 years following this movie.
But not for Transformers.
All the way up. The only robot that like is considered a better design from then till now,
RoboCop,
is
C-3PO.
Robin Williams in AI.
You mean Bicentennial?
Sorry, that one.
Robin Williams. Yeah. No, not true.
Those are the two best robot designs in all of robot history.
As you're smiling at me and you're lying through your teeth right now.
Bro, we could be talking about anything and I am going to be smiling.
Yeah.
That's just
what
facts.
we're going to talk about right now? Is that you are burning a hole on my couch right now with your pants on fire. That's all I can say.
You wish.
I do not wish, because now I got to clean it up.
You wish.
I do not wish to clean up this mess. Can you at least poof away like the, like the wizard? That way you can get out of the way while I clean it up.
I love how he just looks incredibly disturbed for a bit and in pain. Like he's just like,
He's probably like, why am I doing this movie? Poof.
He had honestly like some of the best makeup.
Yeah, he had the yogurt makeup.
He had the full-on yogurt makeup. He looked 800 years old, and he looked about as annoyed as an 800-year-old person would be.
He looked like yogurt with a big beard and not as pointy of ears.
Could you imagine like how much you would just hate life if you were 800 years old and you were just like taking a nap, but you had to be summoned, like you had to answer anytime somebody summoned you at your swamp. So somebody would like come up, you'd be just napping away. You're 800 years old. You've dealt with a lot. And people are like, hey, RJ.
You know what I would do? I'd set up an electrical fence around that spot. That's all I'm going to say. Leave me alone. I'm Shrek now.
They get
an electrical fence.
They get a loudspeaker on the other side. RJ.
Yeah, I do. By a force field dog.
A force field dog.
Force field dog.
No, get a Torg.
I've seen Toy Story.
Get an army of Torgs.
Yeah, so Santa can turn them into toys? No, thank you.
They were blown away by a Slinky in this too, which was interesting.
Interesting, yep.
So anyways, they kidnap Santa. There's a big back and forth on the spaceship. They go back to Mars. There's a big back and forth there. They set up a toy shop there. There's Rob Schneider steals a Santa Claus outfit. And
Rob Schneider as Santa Claus.
As Santa Claus. And he starts doing whatever, and the bad guys come, and you know they're bad because they wear black.
Well, two of them have black capes, and the other one has a mustache.
And a
He's
black
the
hat.
only alien with a mustache.
It was a sinister mustache. It was like cartoon-ish.
It was on the verge of the handlebar almost.
He just needed to curl up the tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handlebar.
It was massive.
It was a pretty good mustache.
Yeah. I think you're halfway there.
For what?
The mustache.
Me?
Yeah.
No. I don't have that. My facial hair is terrible.
Just fill in the middle bit.
I got the middle bit that I can't grow.
Yeah.
Once in a while I'll get one hair through there.
So anyways, they attack the bad Martians with some toys. And then Santa flies away with the kids and the movie just ends.
Poof, done. Movie
I'm
done.
going to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think they made it back to Earth.
Kids, no. With the two lollipop.
With the spaceship?
Yeah, the lollipop spaceship.
When the last thing is Santa's ghostly face superimposed over space, which is like
in memory of Santa Claus.
In memory of Santa Claus, and it just says
1960.
Merry Christmas after like showing the spaceship fly away. It's like, oh, they died.
Yes, in memory of Santa Claus. Dude, don't care
It
about
just ends so
Billy and Betty.
abruptly. It's just like you see them fly away, and it's just this in memory of Santa Claus, like kind of pop up, and it's like, oh boy.
And he's like, oh. And then the music kicked in, and you got the jams.
Surprised they didn't have him with his pipe in that still.
Hey, is either gonna be cancer or it's gonna be that was gonna get Santa Claus.
Oh, the asbestos?
Yes,
So much.
everywhere.
So much. Do you have any moments that made you go, what?
Yeah, the whole movie. The
Yeah.
whole movie. I'm watching this. And I was like, all right, this is what we're doing here. All right. I really want to push Betty down at one point. I'm not gonna lie.
Betty was obnoxious.
She was a complainer. She was the wambulance. And then what's the little boy's name again?
Billy.
Billy.
Billy
yeah,
and
that's
Betty.
right. Billy
Yeah.
and Betty. Billy, he was all trying to be a tough kid. Like, oh, shut up, Betty. Or Betty, I know you're cool. Be quiet. And it's just like, these two are like a married couple almost throughout the whole movie.
And then brother, sister.
They came off as a married couple.
I love how they use the escape of sliding through a vent to get out of an airlock.
Wouldn't the air, then they said the air would come in, or does the air suck out of it?
So the air is being sucked out to equalize
Oh,
with the
okay.
pressure outside of the
So they just
spaceship.
got in the vent and let the air suck it up, suck them up.
Yeah.
That's what happened
And they went somewhere else, I guess.
in the spaceship.
Yeah.
Santa's like, accidentally, they put me in this room, and accidentally, they pressed the button.
I love
and
that he's basically defending the bad guy here.
Kinda.
He's like, oh, the bad guy didn't mean to almost kill us.
Accidentally
It was just
kill
total
us.
accident.
That good thing Billy knew exactly how that room works.
Yep.
Good job, Billy.
Little 6-year-old kid
Yeah.
knowing how an airlock works.
Good job for him. He knew what he was doing.
I love the newscaster
That
couldn't be bothered to memorize his lines and was reading right off the script.
Yes. Yep. That's the only thing that he's just like, oh yes. And there's a script right in front of you.
And the amount of sets that you see where A, you could see the back of the set, which is fine. But B, you could see an occasional door and the background environment.
Or the occasional microphone come in.
Yeah.
You see that like hanging or
Just
whatever.
hanging right there.
You're like, oh, there's a microphone in the scene here. Congratulations, people. We have done it.
A kind of moment that made me go, what was the Three Stooges bit between the three bad guys where they're breaking into the toy factory and they're like poking each other's eyes out, slapping each other in the head, and this Larry Moe and Curly kind of vibe.
I didn't get that vibe from them.
No, they had that vibe.
I just got these two guys are, I think they were on this planet. I think those two were his slaves.
I think so, yeah.
Those were because they had slaves. I mean, let's not beat around the bush here.
Yeah, no, they 100% had slaves.
Slavery was in this movie.
It's weird.
Martian slavery. One of the jelly beans, they eat jelly beans for food.
Jelly beans for food.
Oh, you're not gonna have your chocolate ice cream? I swear, the kid nowadays, if it was like filmed nowadays, it'd be perfect. The kid looked down at it and be like, oh, "Bro, that ain't chocolate ice cream."
No.
Oh, it's chocolate ice. No,
I ain't eating that pill.
She goes back from the store. She goes, "Oh, I got this, and bottles of jelly beans." I'm just like, Willy Wonka, get on it. We need these jelly beans out here so I can be filled off of jelly beans. Save me some time. We can continue on.
Yeah.
So sometimes it is good to savor a meal.
It
Sit
is.
down and just
Actually enjoy it.
Sometimes,
You could cut up a jelly bean.
like during lunch for work, sometimes I just want to eat and go. You gotta go going.
You gotta.
Or in the morning for breakfast, quick. But when I get home, I kind of want to savor my meals.
I hear you.
It'll be good for like if you're traveling on the road or something. Just quick.
How messed up would your like intestines be?
Off a jelly bean?
So if you eat a jelly bean, but that like fills you up,
How messed up are your intestines being?
Yeah, like, is that actually filling you up, or is it giving you the sensation of being filled up, and then your intestines?
So what I want to imagine it as is that if once you have that jelly bean, what will happen is that it kind of fills you up as if you ate that food. Like the food just goes into your stomach, like the jelly bean expands, and then the food like comes out of it and fills your stomach up with it.
Or is it that the jelly bean's expanding in your stomach, which I think would have messed up your intestines, like you're saying? Or is it more like the Willy Wonka bubblegum? That like she's chewing the bubblegum and she can feel the soup pouring down her throat. Is it more like that? Or is it the jelly bean expanding? So I think if it's the gum, that's going to be less traumatic on your digestive system.
I'm thinking right now. Hear me out.
Oh, finally.
Oh, wait. She said the blueberries taste like blueberries.
Yeah.
No, it's the gum, wasn't it? When she chewed the gum. Okay, never mind. I was going to say... What
yeah,
if?
I'm just thinking if that gets in your stomach and starts expanding, like you eat like some turkey and you eat like 3 jelly beans and it's like turkey and mashed potatoes.
I don't want to be a tough subject for this. I feel like there's lots of... I've seen
dead Martians.
I've seen the Willy Wonka test. Did not end up well.
What do you mean they didn't end up well?
She rolled down on a blueberry.
That seems fine to me.
Fantastic.
Seems fine to me.
Glad it was great for you.
You know, if I was going to die, that would be the way I'd want to go. Eating blueberries.
Not shot by one of those Martian guns and then
frozen for a little bit.
Tossed into a fiery pit that they not having it. What? I thought it was fun. Actually, there's the fight scene where they...
I love that immediately when they're showing off the guns and they're freezing the elves, Mrs. Claus walks in and they freeze her and Santa just immediately starts dissing. And he's like,
this is the quietest you've ever been.
This is the quietest you've ever been. And damn.
I just like he talked about it on the spaceship too. He goes, "Oh, Mrs. Claus is gonna be mad at me."
Yeah.
Oh. It's just like, oh, my guy.
So you were saying about the fight?
Yeah, the fight. Like, why didn't in the closet, the final fight?
Oh yeah.
Why didn't he just shoot them? He knows how long that thing takes, probably. I mean, he's the leader of the aliens, one of the leaders. I feel like he's pretty high up.
He's pretty high up.
He
had a number 1 on his uniform, so I feel like he's up there.
He's up there. Shoot him. He's got to know how long that gun wears off.
Yeah,
so shoot him. Maybe come back.
Do you think people are like aware of their environment when they're frozen?
I think so. I think
because couldn't you freeze them and then give them that lecture that he was giving them?
Yeah. Why didn't you just
force them to sit there and pay attention?
Now, the side plot.
I would love that.
What if that gun, after you shoot it, actually harms aliens compared to humans?
Oh, look, it kills them, but it's super weak against us.
Yeah.
Okay,
it
so it's like a
us,
reverse,
but it kills them.
So it's a kind of a reverse Superman situation.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. Plot twist.
Oh, that would have been an actually interesting thing to introduce
in the movie.
Yeah, if they showed the aliens using the guns to begin with, killing other Martians, and they go to Earth and are surprised that just freezes people.
Yep. Plot twist.
Yeah.
There we go.
I also feel like it just froze people because they couldn't afford the budget to do special effects for laser beams or...
and their microscopes or telescopes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yarp.
Yep.
Yarp. That's an affirmative sound. Do you have anything else that you want to add? Any favorite scenes? Any favorite characters?
Everything is terrible. There's no favorite scenes in this movie for me. I mean, there's no favorite characters in this movie. There's when you just sit there and watch it, I'm just like, they couldn't take like 5 extra minutes to put more green makeup on these people at least. I mean, the green makeup's spottier than heck. The
green makeup's good.
You're even sitting here saying they missed the eyes.
Yeah, they look like raccoons.
They were, yeah.
It was a mess.
This movie is a mess. You can tell that I feel like you said that it was a $200,000 budget, which is pretty good money in 1964.
That's pretty good money.
So I feel like whoever was in charge of this movie was like, okay, we're gonna spend $50,000 at most, and we're gonna pocket the rest.
Yeah. Hold on.
Or like the footprints, they failed to show up footprints, which would take like 2 seconds.
Yeah, so they show they're like, oh hey, the kids went this way. Look, we can see their footprints. And then they just look off camera, but then they don't show us the footprints. But in the set, there's loose snow that you can clearly see the footprints in. So the kids are running away from the polar bear and the robot.
Yep.
Also, the robot costume, easily my favorite costume in the whole movie. It is a cardboard box with a bucket painted gray with some clear like headlights put over the eyes.
And it's kind of your stereotypical robot that they tried to recreate. Like that's your stereotypical robot toy. I even feel like back in the 20s, that's...
Well, actually at this time, there was a few movie series with Bobby the Robot, like The Invisible Kid and stuff like that. Forbidden Planet, much better looking robot. Lost in Space with
Lost in Space, yeah.
Which was a knockoff of Bobby the Robot, like better looking robot.
But
Doctor Who, which was way out by this time,
you gotta remember though,
better looking robots.
This is also, we're going against whoever's in charge of this movie pocketing quite a bit of the budget probably here.
What other movies do you think this guy directed?
I have no idea. I don't know anything that much about the 60s for this right now. This guy was Cheeks. Dead Air.
Dead Air? What are you talking about? Dead Air?
Dead Air. You might want to.
What do you mean? I want to do something.
You have to probably cut this out here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I just want to make sure we got some dead air going on here. Doop, doop, doop. Santa Claus conquers the Martians. Nicholas Webster was the director.
Yeah, so I'm actually reading. He's, I guess, remembered for a CBS program he did called The Violent World of Sam Huff, which was the first use of a wireless microphone for television, which is neat. And also Walk in My Shoes in 1961 that he directed. That was, I guess, the first time the story of African Americans was told in their own words on television, which is interesting. And then he went up to do this piece of garbage.
And then he has a fixation on Mars because he has a movie right after that called Mission Mars.
Mission to Mars, yeah.
Nicholas Webster.
That one is worse. It's not even fun worse. It's just worse. It's straight up worse. Oof. It's boring.
I think if this wasn't Santa Claus in this movie, I don't know if I could stomach it. Like if there wasn't,
what are you talking about?
If there wasn't the Santa Claus fact, the ridiculousness of a Santa Claus and the Martians, like those two combined, the fact that
it's gold.
If it didn't have the ridiculousness of it, so let's just say it's like
Martians going to Earth to kidnap some dude,
the president versus the Martians or whatever.
Yeah.
George Abraham Lincoln versus the Martians. I don't know if I could stomach it.
I'm surprised to see Roger Corman not involved in this.
I'm surprised.
Immediately better movie if he was.
Bob Hope wasn't involved. Where's Jerry Lewis?
Where is Jerry Lewis?
Jerry Lewis would have been perfect in this movie. He had $200,000.
Where's Cary Grant? Where is Cary Grant?
I want John Wayne.
Nope.
Jerry Lewis.
Can we just... John Wayne's a piece of trash.
That's okay, but I want Bob Hope.
Bob Hope's fine.
I want Clint Eastwood.
Okay, yeah.
I just want
I
something.
think Clint Eastwood's first movie came out a little bit before this. It was Tarantula. He was like 19 in it.
and I want.
He showed up for 2 minutes as a fighter pilot. It was a house in the middle of nowhere dealing with massive tarantulas, and they called the Air Force to save basically a house and a convenience store.
I want Betty White.
Of course, Betty White.
No, Betty White as the mom of the Martians, whatever her name was. Betty White.
And gotta get
Dean Martin. Where's Dean Martin?
Betty White tit fuck as
Oh, hey! There's a cut.
But yeah, where's John Williams doing the soundtrack?
Dean Martin. Jerry
Dean Martin.
Lewis,
Yeah.
Bob Hope. What's his name?
Richard Bronson.
Mickey Rooney.
Ronald Reagan.
Mickey Rooney as the Santa Claus.
Mickey Rooney is an elf.
That's the Santa Claus.
Mickey Rooney is an elf.
He's a funny cat. Yeah, there's lots of people they could have chosen, but no.
No. Any final thoughts on this? How much would you recommend this movie? Between a lot to everyone should watch this.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna say about this movie. If you want to prank a good friend and talk him into watching a terrible movie and say, "Hey, have you seen Santa Claus Conquers the Martians? This is the movie."
This is the movie.
Because they're gonna be like,
well,
what are you talking about?
So your thing is, if you want to prank a friend, specifically with, hey, you want to see a movie called Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, you prank them with a movie called
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. And you tell, if you want to say it's the Christmas time, you and your friends are out having fun, like, let's go back to my house. You know, let's have some fun. I got this movie I want to show you guys for Christmas. It puts you right in the holiday spirit. Super in the holiday spirit. It gets you right for the holidays.
No. Okay, I'll back you up one more. Are you out there on a date, woman, and you want to impress her? You want to show her your Cartier Bob side, and you're like, hey, you want to go back to my place? I got a great movie I could show you. You sit down, you cook up some popcorn, and you throw on Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. That will blow them away.
Yeah, I feel like this
has been another episode of the Play No Games podcast.
This is probably, for me, a 3 out of 10.
Dang.
I couldn't. I was like, sure, there's some parts where I was entertained a little bit, like a giant flute toy making thing, but I feel like I could make this movie with you. It'd be better.
That's what's great about it. It's attainable.
Anybody,
It shows that anybody can make a classic movie.
you sure? If you want to call it a classic. Okay, you call it a classic. That's okay. 3 out of 10. It was enjoyable to watch, but that is not going to be in my holiday lineup. But it's cheap if you want to have some fun. It's $3.99 on Vudu.
Of course it's cheap. It's a classic.
All right. What's your final thoughts on this?
So I obviously enjoy this movie. This is right up my alley for B movies. It's, it's right there with like Silent Night and stuff like that for like old B movie schlock. I watch it almost every year. If you know what you're getting into, if you enjoy old 60s, 70s B movies, you enjoy rubber costumes, you enjoy seeing wires and microphones getting into
these
sets.
were rubber. These were like spandex suits.
If you enjoy that kind of stuff, you'll enjoy this. If you don't, definitely, like RJ said, proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution.
It's a great one to prank your friends with.
Yes.
But yeah, if you enjoy bad movies, it's perfect.
I concur.
Stay tuned for our next episode, Silent Night.
Oh, jeez. Probably not that movie, but it's okay.
What do you mean not that movie?
We're going to be out of the holiday season.
No. Fine. Dolomite.
We'll see what happens next here.
All right. If you want to find us, you can find us on Instagram. And fun fact, if you hit that follow, we will send you a picture of Mr. Bob of the Play No Games podcast. That is still an ongoing thing.
And if you want to get a second picture, go ahead, donate to $Hero Bob.
Just $1 is all it takes. Send us a screenshot on Instagram. You can find us on Instagram at the Backseat Critics, all one word.
Get double the pictures.
I mean, it's 3 words, but it's kind of coagulated into one.
I mean, that's all you can do on Instagram.
Yeah. You know, for all you folks that want a picture of Bob, perfect for this time of year. You got that special someone in your life. You're like, hey, I don't know what to get them. Maybe a picture of Bob. You can have it printed at the local FedEx Kinko's and have it framed at wherever you get that.
Wherever you get it at. Get your picture of Bob now.
And with that,
we out.
Dude, this was a perfect movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was a good episode.
Honestly, Schindler's List or this?
Neither. I feel like this is a movie like my mom would show me back in the day. Like, oh yeah, this is one of the movies I watched growing up as a kid. I feel like